recall first waking up today around, I think it was around 7:30 or so, according to my best guess. Dad made this meal, some chicken French, which I don't believe I've had in a while, along with some potatoes. I did some work on the 99 can hamming right before starting this filming. Using Bandicam to record a preview video of something from Rapper Offline. From the version 1.2.1. But I have a more recent version that I primarily use so I can use VoiceForge voices without having to do, well, at least in the case of the Sally voice, I'm not entirely sure if, last time I checked, that the new BlueStacks emulator with the VoiceForge app on it, it doesn't have the Sally voice last time I checked. I used that relatively new method for the Kitteru voice. So in order to voice Ginger and Kent, before that I worked on my VHL Central assignment for today, finishing it. Though I technically started work on it at around 9 in the morning. When I was still preparing for my Talk Abroad conversation. For which I prepared a list of questions for the conversation, though it's not like writing a script and then the script goes exactly as written, but preparing questions did give me questions to ask for the conversation. After that, I went for lunch at the Harrison building. Got lunch from the Harrison Dining Hall. And then there were today's national security class. The notes I took start here and end here. I'm happy to say that at last one of my 40,000 marble for 40,000 steel. You give me 40,000 marble, I'll give you 40,000 steel offers were accepted. And I was able to at last activate this research technology. Though all of these require either a MOSA or night essence, with the majority requiring both. These are things I don't currently have the capacity to quickly produce, even though at this point I have been able to develop the day farms considerably. I've almost got them all to the max level and should by the end of today. Around 5 p.m., there was a Rockport student government meeting in which we talked about we discussed making an outline for a statement of solidarity with our Asian students on campus. I believe it was Asians and Pacific Islanders. And we all did our part to contribute to the creation of the outline, with which, based off if someone was tasked with writing our Brockport's official response. Our statement of solidarity with our Asian and Pacific Islander students. The part I contributed to the outline was ensuring that everyone feels welcome and accepted on campus. Since that's ultimately the goal of statements of solidarity, their reactions to institutional oppression and explicit oppression, such as what happened in Georgia. The mass shooting there. since Dad picked me up today, after this Senate meeting concluded, I took a roughly 5-minute shower to ensure that I made a timer of 5 minutes using the clock app on my phone, and heard it go off as it was pretty much done. Using a light soap lather and some body wash. Then I went to the Harrison building to pick up some food pickup for Dad and I. 2 double cheeseburgers, along with some other stuff. So here's some seconds. This corn juice is, I believe it's derived from what happens when you boil corn in water, or maybe that's the effect of canned corn. These were my preparations for Talk Abroad conversation today. I recall I ended up getting to say this sentence, but not this one. The latter was supposed to be in reference to the ongoing COVID pandemic, although that did end up getting mentioned. I believe it was when I asked this question. I did end up asking this question at a later point too. And this one too. And I believe I asked these 2 questions first. Yeah, but I didn't end up asking all of the questions. All in all, it was a pretty good conversation. There were a couple of points in which I was at a loss for words, in which I didn't quite understand, but my Talk Abroad partner helped me through them to ultimately push through it and have a pretty good conversation. And then while me and Dad went out to his place, I believe there was a point as he was picking me up, he first went to the Brockport Wegmans, during which he accidentally turned off the car entirely. So I didn't get to listen to the music on the radio, but that was alright. I have this smartphone with which to use to watch YouTube videos and listen to music videos, which is essentially what I did. And that's why I ended up getting a bit surprised by Dad suddenly tapping one of the glass windows in order to play a bit of a joke on me. And we also joked around with my sister, telling her we were very disappointed when she got a 99 instead of 100 on something. It took a bit of a push to actually get me to say that, but Dad provided the push. And that resulted in quite a bit of laughter by everyone involved. The phone call to my sister was suggested by my dad. When I asked if she was alright after getting the COVID vaccine today, though it isn't exactly accurate to say the COVID vaccine, because there's technically more than one vaccine. A vaccine that's made by more than one company. More than one vaccine, each one made by one company. And Dad also got the vaccination, but I haven't due to concerns that I might be allergic to it. I would if I could, but there's concerns that I might be allergic to any COVID-19 vaccination. But Dad and my sister turned out fine, only resulting in some pain in the arm in which the injection was made. So here's the vanilla ice cream with hot fudge. It was during a phone call with my sister around 7 that I was reminded of that internship with the Monroe County Democratic Committee she had found for me. And I'm hoping to get to work on that internship. I was able to find it by following a different, longer link within that text message she sent me regarding it.